I'm just gonna hide the Care Bear pyjamas. Hi everyone, my name's Molly, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, then hi, welcome to my little corner of the internet where I talk all things books. This is actually part 2 to my bookshelves tour, so if you haven't watched the first one already, I highly recommend you go do that. Today I'll be showing you guys my book trolley and my thriller shelves and a little bit of fantasy. If you're interested, stick around and let's get into it. This is my reading trolley. It holds many a book new to me, some that I've been recently gifted, or books that I hope to read super soon. Right next to it I've got a bookmarks holder that holds so many different bookmarks because that is also another obsession of mine. At the top of here I've got a little tray. I've got some little bookish stickers, my little reading stamp, general printy bits, and my little fake tulips. My ring light for when I do reading lives, which I really want to get back into. And the cutest little book bag that I got from Cath Kidston. This is their collaboration with Matilda. On the back of the trolley, I've also got 3 of these cardboard boxes. Each one has a different vibe to them, but they are all very similar. I will tag where I got these down below because I know they have definitely rebranded since. And I don't refer back to them quite as much as I'd like, so maybe I should do a video with these super soon. And then on the bottom rack I've got a bunch of my book sleeves. I also have this really cute book bag that I got from Amsterdam Airport, but I am a sucker for a book sleeve and I think this is my all-time favourite. Again, I'll leave a link to where I got all of these down below so you can go and support small businesses. And now time to talk about the books. On the top shelf, you've got That's Not My Name by Megan Lally. This is a recent purchase. This sounds like a really good, easy thriller. I then have a copy of The Diary of Anne Frank, and I'm so excited to read this. Very fortunate on my trip in Amsterdam to go and visit the museum, and I am so happy that I managed to grab a copy while I was there. This is a book that I've wanted to read for the longest time, and I think this year is it. I also have Where Sleeping Girls Lie, this really exciting YA release that's coming out this year. I've got J.S. Monroe, The Other You, Jennifer Lynn Barnes' Killer Instinct, Anyone Seen Charlotte Salter by Nikki French, How Can I Help You by Laura Sims, She and Her Cat by Makoto Shinkai, Welcome to the Huamdong Bookshop. This is a stunning book from a colleague of mine, Chapters from Venus, and it's a collection of chapters from women all over the world. And a super cute LGBTQ Christmas book, Finding My Elf. Unraveller by Frances Hardinge, Subtle Arts of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson, Fear by Michael Green, Rouge by Mona Awad, Best Idea Ever by Jane Fallon, Five Survive by Holly Jackson, The Most Stunning Sprayed Edges Ever, What Happened to Nina by Dervla McTiernan, My Own Worst Enemy by Lily London, Begin Again by Helly Acton, Nine Rivals and Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross, and Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabriella Zevin. That is my super quick fast stop tour of my little reading shelf. Now let's go on to the thrillers. Easily my absolute favourite shelf I think I own. Thrillers are my absolute go-to, and just look at all the colours together. This is also the home for my second love, which are Care Bears, so they go at the top. And this does have a lot more bits and bobs along the shelf, which you'll kind of see. But starting off on the top row, we do actually have a lot of fantasy before we get into the thrillers, so we'll start there. Move this little guy first, and me and Dan got him from the Amsterdam Dungeons. And these, which are the Once Upon a Broken Heart character cards. I got these in a Fairy Loot subscription, and they are stunning, including the back art. So nice. So right on the end, we've got Secrets of the Dead by Laura Carter, Beyond the Black Door, Guild, The Last Dragon King, A River Enchanted, Powerless, The Winner's Curse, 16 Souls, Every Exquisite Thing, Anatomy. At the top we've got the Gilded Ones, Twin and Cursed Crowns, the Twin Crowns being the exclusive edition from Fairy Loot, House of Sky and Breath, which probably should actually go with the rest of my Sarah J Maas books, What Lies Beyond the Veil, The Shadow Between Us, Moving In Card from Friends, In the Lives of Puppets, Majesty's Royal Coven, and Payback's a Witch. So those are all of my fantasy books. Then starts the first stack of thrillers. Really cute little plant that our friends got us. He is growing super well. At the top we've got The Prisoner, The Woman in Cabin 10, Liar's Room, Stalker, The Club, Final Call, Mad Honey, Strange Sally Diamond, The Dollhouse, and Correctional. I also happily admit that the majority, bar a couple, are still on my TBR. I then have this gorgeous edition of End of Story by AJ Finn on my bookshelf. So I'm going to be reading for a book tour, so a review will be on my socials super soon. And then we've got our second stack, starting with The Other Guest, my favourite thriller author ever, Chris Carter, written in blood, Shadow People, The Therapist, The Serial Killer's Daughter, The Accomplice, The Unit, The Choice, The End of Her, The Natural Way of Things, The Rule, and Runtime. Sundial by Catriona Ward is a book that I'm really highly anticipating. One of my best friends, Shan, she absolutely loved this book and absolutely loves Catriona Ward. I've actually met with Catriona Ward before and she is absolutely bonkers. She is so funny and you could not smile when you're with her. We've got The Craftsman, The Hollow Kind, Lazarus, Too Deep, The Lock, The Rich, The Night Before Christmas, which is a really good thriller that I read last December. It's Like the Other Girls, Find Her, Mother Loves Me, which I cannot recommend enough for anyone that wants a really dark, gritty, creepy psychological thriller. Also now on her ARC team and cannot express how much I absolutely love her work. Her writing just gets better and better each time. Really highly recommend. Call Me Mummy by the one and only Tina Baker, Nosferatu by Joe Hill, The Serial Killer's Sister, The Teacher, All His Pretty Girls, House on the Cliff, In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, Boy in the Suitcase, Verity, and The Lies She Told. Lies She Told by Paula Johnson is a book that I read in 2022 and I still think about it to this day. It's not only dedicated and signed to me, also in the acknowledgements, which to me is just mind-blowing. Then messy on the top, we've got Heartstream by Tom Pollock, and this unreal proof, none other than Ruth Ware's upcoming release, One Perfect Couple. I am so excited for this. Also got him when we were in Amsterdam in the Rubber Duck shop and I love him so much, he's so cute. One of the only non-fiction books on this shelf, you've got Red Handed's podcast book, which is all to do with true crime. John Mars's The Good Samaritan and The Stranger in Her House. Absolutely loved both of these. They're probably my two favourites from John Mars. Read them ASAP. Housemaid and the Housemaid's Secret by Frida McFadden. We absolutely devoured. Locked Door. Game Over Girl by Naomi Gibson. Darling Daughter. Dark and Shallow Lies. Not too sure why this is here. This is better off in the fantasy, but Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Young Women. No One Saw a Thing. The Trial, Wayward, and Oversharing. All of these I was gifted by WH Smith and they are a part of the Richard and Judy book club. Started it by Samantha Downing, who is an actual favourite author of mine. Absolutely loved My Lovely Wife, so I'm really excited for this one. I had these three above, which is That Night by Gillian McAllister, The Third Wife by Lisa Jewell, and Knock Knock by Anders Rosland. I've got Sweet Pea by CJ Scoose, which sounds like your laugh out loud kind of crime thriller. Let Me Lie, Home Before Dark, Finley Donovan Is Killing It, and Dead Lucky. And we've got another reading stack which has Eye for an Eye, The Green Mile, The Ex-Girlfriend, Emma in the Night, Night by Night, which I absolutely loved by Jack Jordan, Island Hideaway, Missing Person, The Prisoner's Wife, Catch Your Death, and Good Girls Don't Die. Any that you've read on here and you believe that I'm missing out if I don't read them soon, please do let me know and I'll prioritise them for a video. On the fourth shelf down, I've then got my little reading timer, which I use sometimes during my sprint sessions. Also the home for my headphones, for my audiobooks, and my Apple Watch. And then I've got some more books here. Night Swim, A Noise Downstairs, The Minders by John Mars, In the Dark, Local Girl Missing, Blood Sugar, Rewind, Disclaimer, What Happened on Floor 34 and Dying for Christmas. I asked everyone to read this last year and so many people loved it. It's a fantastic thriller around Christmas time, so if you haven't read it, highly recommend you do. Absolutely loved Their Vicious Games by Joelle Wellington, but this is a YA fantasy, so I'm not too sure why it's on the thriller shelf. I recommend it anyway. Alan Coben, I'll Find You, The Escape by Ruth Kelly, The Rule of Three, Danger in the House, which I'm really anticipating, Call Me Evie, The Call, The Butterfly Assassin, Lisa Jewell's The Girls, Family Game by Catherine Steadman, which is this really cool tape proof. Nothing like I've ever received before, and I really like it. Jack Jordan, again, my absolute favourite author. This proof even has a slit in the page, and of course it was personally signed. Absolutely love this one. Clifford Code, The Mother, Believe Me, The Last Party, Disappearing Act, One of the Girls, My Real Self by Jessa Huntley, Like Her, and The First to Die at the End by Adam Silvera. If you've made it this far, then I am not only impressed, but you guys haven't got much longer to go. Bottom shelves are consisting of large proof paperbacks, but also my hardbacks. So I won't go through them all, but I'll show you some of my favourites. I absolutely love the cover of Angelica Frankenstein Makes Her Match. I'm really excited for that one. I haven't heard much about this, but the cover is absolutely stunning. This gives me nothing but horror vibes. I'm very nervous to read it. Absolutely love this one to bits. And I really treasure it because I got a signed book plate sent to me by the author, hiding my address for obvious reasons. How amazing is that? It also has the most insane drawings inside because it follows a little boy, Teddy, who has a new nanny. Teddy likes to draw photos, however they get a lot more darker and a lot more creepier as the nanny continues working with him, and it turns out the house has a lot more secrets than she originally imagined. Oh, so good. I have a signed copy of Claire McIntosh's Hostage. I honestly don't think there is a kinder author in person than Claire. I then have this absolutely stunning Alice in Wonderland book bag, and I got sent this by the Well Read Company. It comes with its own little straps, and although it comes in various colours and designs, the violet one is my absolute favourite, and I cannot wait to start wearing it when it gets warmer outside. I then have a bunch of these proofs that I was sent, and I'm so grateful for that. One at the top, which is Profile K by Helen Fields, is probably my most anticipated one, as well as Blood Like Mine by Stuart Neville. On the last shelf, we've got Conviction, which is my all-time favourite book by Jack Jordan. Unfortunately, this released after I'd met with him, so it's not personally signed, but Waterstones pulled through, so I still got a signed copy. If you haven't read it already, make sure you do. Kill for Me, Kill for You is another highly anticipated read, as well as The Curfew by T.M. Logan. One of these will be my Works book club pick for this month. John Mars's The Marriage Act is an amazing speculative thriller if you're into those kinds. And I've also got a bunch of fantasy here, with these two being my favourites, Once Upon a Broken Heart and The Ballad of Ever After. Both have the most stunning foiled book covers, and both are signed. I'm absolutely gutted I didn't get the third and final one in these editions, and I'm that sad I'm yet to buy it. And then I've got a couple more there. So that overall is my thriller shelf, and I'm so grateful for the collection that I have. I am aware that I am super lucky, and not everybody can afford all of these. It's years of collecting, and it isn't something that I gained overnight. But if you were looking for any suggestions or ideas on what to next pick up next time you go shopping, hopefully this video helped you pick up a few. Now back to Real Time Molly. And that concludes my reading shelves. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed them. I absolutely love watching videos when people go through their bookshelves, and I'm really glad I did this so that I look back on this in future and see all the changes that I've made to my shelves over time. It was actually just a really nice, easy, fun video to film, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!